Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia if you are new here, and today I am bringing you my fourth video in my lunchbox series. I'm going to show you 3 different meals that I'm going to be making for my kids' lunches. If you haven't seen the other 3 videos, I will link them down in the description box for you, as well as in the cards above in the corner. And I will also be linking all of the supplies that you will be seeing in today's video that I use in my kids' lunchboxes. So let's get into the very first lunchbox meal. And the first meal I am making are some pizza bites. So we needed to eat the pizza that was left over in our fridge from the night before. We're really trying to make sure that we are not wasting a lot of our food. We want to hit up the leftovers before we move on to something else. So that is why I'm giving them pizza, but they're making them into pizza bites though, because they are huge slices. They are also going to get some sugar snap peas. Now, if you have seen my other lunchbox videos, you've noticed in the past that I've only used 2 lunch boxes, but now my daughter, who's 2 years old, is going to preschool, so I have to make her a lunch too. So while I know she will probably not eat the sugar snap peas, I still want to include them in her lunch so that she can still at least try it, because you never know when they're just going to start loving some different types of foods. And by the way, those Kirkland cookies are delicious. They taste like Chips Ahoy, like little mini Chips Ahoy. They're so good, and they are the perfect size for these lunchbox containers, which I love. And also, you're probably wondering, why am I closing up the lids already? The pizza bites are not in there. I make their hot lunches. Like if I make something that is warm, I make that warm portion the morning of, so the morning that they leave for school. So this, I always prep the night before, all of this stuff that can go in the fridge the night before. It just saves on time that morning. Also, my daughter is getting a little tiny slice instead of me cutting it up in little pieces, because I know she's really finicky, I've noticed. She probably wouldn't eat the pizza bites even though it's pizza. She doesn't know yet. So I just gave her the little slice. I know she'll eat that. And to keep their pizza bites warm, I made a little foil pouch to put the pizza bites in, and then I'll just kind of cover it up over itself with the foil. For the bite or crunch factor of their lunch, I'm giving them some Ritz crackers. I have several sleeves that I need to use up, which, by the way, I have a What's for Dinner video coming out, I think next week or in a couple weeks, where I use Ritz crackers as a breadcrumb for cod, and it's so yummy. So absolutely subscribe if that is something you're interested in watching. For their second lunch, I'm making them some quesadillas, and I'm just now realizing that this whole video is like a warm / cold lunch meal. Does that make sense? Because all of their main portion of their meals are warm. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so for the quesadillas, I, of course, had leftover taco meat from our Taco Tuesdays, and I wanted to use it up because we're trying to get in the habit of using whatever we have left in our fridge. So I thought quesadillas would be a perfect school lunch. So I'm throwing in some sliced cucumbers. The cucumbers came from Costco, my Costco haul, which I will link down below as well. A lot of this food came from Costco. I'm also going to include some tortilla chips and some grapes, and then I have these little condiment cups. I'm going to put some salsa in there so they can either dip their tortilla chips in or for their quesadillas. And again, to save time on those really busy mornings where it's like I wake up late, like 50% of the time, I make what I can the night before, and then I'm going to make the quesadillas in the morning. So I put the lunch boxes away for the next morning and bring them on out. And how I make my quesadillas, I'm sure everyone makes them basically the same, is I put it in a tortilla in a skillet. Then I put some cheese on top, the seasoned ground beef, and then some more cheese, and then another tortilla on top, and I fry both sides. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut with a pizza slicer, because that is like the best way to cut quesadillas. I'm going to make little quesadilla strips so that they just fit better inside the container. And again, to keep the quesadillas warm, I'm going to use a little foil pouch. And it was really important that I actually used a little foil pouch, because for their little sweet treat that I always like to include in their lunchbox, I am giving them like a little like rectangle of brownie, of a homemade brownie that I made. And I want to make sure that the brownie isn't like touching the quesadilla. That would be really nasty to like taste. So the foil kind of creates a barrier as well from the other foods. And the last meal I am making in this lunchbox video is some turkey melts. So I am just going to use the turkey that I got from Costco, some sliced cheese, and some bread. And I'm going to basically make a grilled cheese, right? But I'm adding some protein in it, adding some turkey. Or if you have ham, do that for sure. I'm also throwing in some broccoli florets. And then I'm going to slice up some strawberries, which, by the way, I showed the berries are in a mason jar. This is a great tip. Put all of your berries, your store-bought berries, into mason jars as soon as you get home. Don't even rinse them. Don't do anything. Just throw them in there. They will prolong the life of your berries by a long, long time. In their lunch, they're also getting some goldfish crackers, and then they are splitting a chocolate donut. And into the fridge they go so that I can wake up late the next day to make the rest of their food. While I am making the turkey melts, I thought it would be a great time to introduce myself if you are new here. My name is Alicia. I am married to my husband, Dan, for almost 17 years this summer. I always have to remember what the count is. We have 3 kids. We have 2 boys, ages 10 and 6, and then a daughter who is 2. And on my channel, you can find a lot of cooking videos, a lot of baking videos, travel stuff, like all the good stuff, grocery hauls. So if that is something you are interested in, I would love for you to subscribe and introduce yourself in the comments. Hopefully in the near future, I will also be coming out with some more lunchbox content. Also, I have a little blog going on. I'm going to leave a link for that in my description box as well. It's basically like a corresponding blog post to my videos that I make. So, and there's also some like recipes on there too. So if you guys are wanting to try some new recipes, definitely go check that out. Again, everything is going to be linked down in my description box, but those silicone liners are honestly my favorite part, I think, of everything. I mean, I love the lunchbox compartments themselves, but the little cupcake holders, those just function in so many ways. They not only create the perfect portion size for kids, they also just create that barrier so that food's not touching other foods, but also they're super pliable. So like you can move them, you can squish them, you can squish, sandwiches just like that into their corners as needed, and it's not going to damage anything. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this shorter lunchbox video. Like I said, hopefully I can make some more in the future for you guys. But if you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to my channel on your way out. I would really appreciate your support, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.